Je ne me souviens pas quand on se rencontra, ou même comment on se rencontra. D'habitude, je les persuadais d'aller chez eux.
Ça va?
Ça va.
J'ai joui des différents sons, des différentes odeurs, des lits des autres. Mais cette fois était différent. Elle m'a raconté des histoires de la pension, des montagnes et des nuits pleines des étoiles, pendant que j'ai oublié combien j'ai bu. Elle montait mieux que moi.
To the more commercial stores. Although this is a commercial store, it is a commercial venture, but it is the alternative. This is how I look at it. Imagine that you're going into a museum, an art museum, and you see great works of art on the wall. Well, you are sitting in the midst of what I consider to be great works of art. It is a museum, except you can, for a membership fee, you can take them home with you and watch them and bring them back. I try not to, I don't try to compete with Blockbuster or Hollywood or even major video. I can't compete with them. I don't want to compete with them. And I respect them. And I go there, you know, because I mean, there are movies that they have that don't really fit in here. I like Brockheimer movies. I like Vin Diesel. I like him a lot. I try to pick movies that are a wide spectrum of experiences. Movies that you wouldn't necessarily see on a Blockbuster or Hollywood video shelf. Some of them you would. Some of them you wouldn't see because they're not rated. I have a lot of Iranian films, and classic films, and so I try to pick the movies that I think of as enduring. This sounds pretentious when you say it, and I don't mean it this way, but enduring works of art. Part of the alternative is that you don't have to have a credit card to come here, but because there's no credit card, we do have a membership fee, and it's $15. But with that, you get two titles. After that. Movies are $3.50 a piece, and you get them for 3 full days. We do ask that you have some sort of driver's license or some sort of ID, but it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do. And as far as our extra day fee thing is concerned, you only pay extra what you would actually pay. It works out to be about $1 a day, you know. And we're pretty good about it. I mean, if you call and say this is a problem, you know, we're pretty good at it. If you don't call or you try to blow us off, I'm too compulsive. It's sayonara. It's Hiroshima. You will never rent a movie ever
Excuse me. Excuse me. How much is this?
3 kwacha.
It's broken. No good for 3 kwacha. How about 2?
3's price. All the way from Constantinople, that thing.
Amına kodumun kuşu.
Gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Where Where's my fucking tweedle? You take it again? I'll stab your bloody eyeballs out with an ice pick if you don't listen. You ain't no idea where you came from. You took it, didn't you? Greedy little bastard. Now go find it. Fucking Glack! Send you back where you come from, Dinwit. Want that? Then watch it. I didn't have to take you in.
What's the price on this?
6 kwacha.
The gramophone?
70.
How about 40?
70's price. It's a trope. Worth more than 70 every day.
How about 50? And some whiskey.
50 kwacha? Okay.
What about the boy?
What you mean?
The price on the boy.
No price. No price. No price on the boy.
3,000 kwacha.
$7,000.
4,000 kwacha.
6,000.
There's just about 5,000 kwacha here. It's all I have.
Initially, the idea for the film was to be an investigation into, themes of slavery and freedom, that sort of thing. And once the film was finished, there were other overtones there, and that's what I think was very interesting, because it was read by different people in a lot of different ways, and I began to read it in different ways the more I watched it. And on the one hand, on one level, it's definitely an exploration of freedom and being somewhere you don't want to be. But on the other hand, it's also, now in my eyes, an exploration of, I guess, the sexual conservatism and morbidity inherent in American culture as compared to Europe, and where you can walk down a street in Spain with holding a boy's hand, and here in America it's, what's it all mean? When you take 20 people into the junkyard, things are going to happen. So we were out there and at the tail end of summer, and I guess, we were attacked by, I guess there were love bugs or some sort of flying insects, and that shut us down for probably 45 minutes or so, and we were all, wrapped up in towels and whatnot for that. I wanted the film to look almost like a documentary from the 70s, something that was shot in Africa or something like that. Cross-processing is shooting on reversal film, and it's processed as a negative film, and that brings out certain colors, and it gives it a certain graininess to it. I didn't go to the processing, which maybe that was a mistake, but I mean, it turned out, I'm very happy the way it turned out. I think there was a bit of serendipity. There was a bit of a risk there. I talked to the people at Color Lab, and as they were telling me, I talked to them 2 or 3 times. They were very helpful, and I gave different films basically from the 70s, looks that I liked. A couple of Italian films that the man actually went out and rented and saw, and we worked out in that way. It won the grand prize at the Planet Out Gay and Lesbian Film Festival, which is a $5,000 prize, and it's done festivals in South Africa, the Da Vinci Film Festival. It won second prize at the Sarah Lawrence Film Festival and the Flickr Film Festival. It showed on NHK in Japan, which is the equivalent of the PBS station. I'm just finishing up a script for a feature that I'm hoping to shoot this year. It's called The History of Playing Dead, and right now I'm just basically looking for funding.
George, get down here! George, get down here, we're gonna eat. Correction. You're gonna eat, not me, just you. Hey, son, you're looking good. Hey, come on. Move those arms. Come on, come on. Come on, get loose. Cut it out. Sit down. Eat. I got some wine for you. Get your strength up.
Before we going somewhere?
You're fighting tonight.
What?
You're fighting tonight. I met this guy at the bar, and we were talking, and, he started mouthing off about how he knew about fighting, and how he knew all about fighters, shit like that.
He ended up getting me into a fight.
Hey, Georgie, you can do it. I know this kid. You can take him. I've been training with you. I know what you can do. You know what this could mean to us? $50. Now we can eat for a good long while on $50. We can eat real good.
Can't fight anybody. You know I can't fight. Why'd you do this?
Hey, don't say you can't fight. I mean, tell me you're scared. Tell me you like living like a roach and eating garbage. Tell me you like seeing me make a fool out of myself, but don't tell me you can't fight. That's bull. I know what you can do.
I don't know. I don't know, Dad.
Yes, you do. You're gonna win.
Who am I fighting?
Nobody at Chump, that guy, Benji, that works at the bar. You can take him. We don't have any.
It's Judgment Day at the ballpark for one Aaron Muntz. The old reliever's looking tired. It's been a hot day. Muntz goes from the stretch, low and outside.
Here, keep it. Boy, I hate pitchers, especially this fat.
This inning now, he's looking at men at first and third with
Why do you
Sierra
bet pitch to
coming up.
pitch then? It's random. You can't figure it out.
I'm right, I can.
The young slugger steps into the box and looks right at Muntz. He seems impatient and ready to hit. Muntz takes his time on the mound. He shakes off the first couple of signs. Here's the pitch. Ball one.
You ready to lose some money?
I can't believe you came back.
No. Give the money to Tom there. He'll hold it for us.
Muntz just can't seem to get his curve
You
over
sure
the
about
plate
this?
today, and the hitters know it.
This isn't right, Shell. I know things are rough out there right now, but this is a bad idea.
Are you okay
Sierra
with this,
won't be
George?
swinging unless it's a
You
fastball.
know, you don't
at the
have to do
plate.
this.
Yeah, son, you don't have to do anything.
I'm doing it.
The runners take their leads, but I doubt either one of them will risk
Give me a
stealing.
whiskey.
With the pitcher's control problems, it's just not worth it. Junior sets up outside. Ball 2.
Benji, get out here. What?
Curveball low and outside, about a foot wide of where
This
the
the
catcher
guy?
wanted it.
Okay.
Muntz is in trouble. He does not trust his own stuff enough to challenge the hitters, and he lacks the touch to pitch on the corners.
Let's go.
We may be seeing the final gasp of a long career fighting against the odds.
You're light and you're quick. That's what's important. Now, he's a big guy, yes. But you know, you're light and you're fast, you know. You know where he is, and just give it to him. Just mark where you're doing it, Jim.
Okay, you both know the rules. You keep fighting until either me or your father throws in the towel. Until then, your opponent is fair game. No kicking, no eye gouging, or any other Got it?
Go get him. Good. Good. Yeah. Hey, quit the dirty Quit it. Hey! This is bullshit.
Take it up with the commission. Let him go, I guess.
Oh, well, at least now we know the rules. Now we know what we're doing here. I mean, this is a fight, right? You can handle it. I know you can.
Come on, stop the fight, damn it, Shelley. Stop it.
You. Keep going. Hey! Fight!
What the hell are you doing? This is a forfeit.
You stopping the fight?
We bet on a fight between men. A fair fight. And this retard is fighting like a junkyard rat.
I'm not a retard.
Are you throwing in the towel?
No, I'm betting on a fight.
One more interruption, and it's a forfeit.
He's right, Shelley.
That's enough. Shelley, throw in the towel. Stop the fight. Come on, Shelley, you son of a bitch, throw in the towel.
Is it over?
Kid's gonna get brain damage if you don't stop the fight, Shelley.
What are you gonna do?
Get up. Come on, kid, get up. I'm not a f***ing retard.
Well, there. Time to settle up.
Get the away.
A bet's a bet. It's sacred. Come on now. Everybody here heard what went down. Am I right? You can't just wager and change your mind. Come on now. What kind of behavior is this? Gentlemen, help me out here, huh? I see. I understand how you people do work around here, huh? All right, the bet's off.
You heard him, the bet's off. Get away.
Come on, let me just look at the kid, see if he's all right. Take it easy.
That was a valiant fight, son. It's too bad your old man had to soil it. Cowardice and fraud. I don't blame him, though. I wouldn't want to lose you either. You got balls. You do realize that you were his collateral.
Don't ever come in here again, Shelley.
I love you, son. I love you.
Dad.
I'm here.
I think I swallowed a tooth.
Timecode NOLA. The New Orleans Independent Film Program.
This is the thing where you come over here, doorknob, and he tries doing that, he can't do it, but we've been doing.
So you did the set?
I did the hallway.
Just yourself?
I brought some friends over, like 4 or 5 friends, to help me build it, but pretty much with the decorating, it's been mostly me.
Kind of just you're pretty much the art director of that.
I guess, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Is that your position normally?
No, this is actually my first set, so.
First one you've ever done?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did a little one, but it was this bus, and I pretty much just dirtied up the wall and built the boom mic, so this is the first one I built.
How many days have you worked on this thing?
Damn. There goes my cigarette. Past 3 weeks, for the first couple weeks, about 3 times a week.
Have you been here all the production days?
I haven't really been here for shooting. I've just been building. I'm with NOPA over at New Orleans Producers Association at UNO. It's just started up, and the president, Jim Lyons, he recommended me. Guy called me up, so now I'm here.
I'm a mild-mannered clothespin. But I lead a double life. When duty calls, ta-da! I become a C-47. I hold the gels and diffusions to modify the light. A diffusion, a blue gel, orange gel. I'm a mild-mannered clothespin.
At Brother Martin for the 8th grade, Coach Allen would make us run the 600 every day in PE. We only got out of it on the rare occasion that we happened to be on the winning team and as a result got exempt. I rarely was. 2 full laps around the football field, and if you were lapped, he would often make you run it again after school. So I was being punished, but not for something I could gain schoolboy respect. I was being punished for being fat.
Everybody does PE, and I mean everybody. The reason we do PE is to keep our bodies fit and healthy, and also get rid of any excess fat we might have.
Look at Fatso's blubber. It's disgusting. It's a disease. Christ, I'm infected. I've got hepatitis. I'm an
Why don't you get yourself a decent body?
I hope this teaches you a lesson, boy.
But this is what supporters of this motion want legalized. The beating of a weaker person by a stronger.
We see you in the garden, you filthy bastards, tossing away in the grass thinking nobody is watching you. Don't say it's any business of yours. Oh, don't you, Mr. Bleeding Eye and Mighty? Well, you need a bucket of water throwing all over you.
You're very wicked, both of you. You've been tempted.
What's wicked about it?
Please don't answer back. Well, you'll both have to be punished.
If he wants to give me a hiding, he can do it any time he likes.
Tim što me kažnjava, Bog nepobitno dokazuje da stvarno postoji. Da je sve vrijeme imao u vidu moje bezbožničke aktivnosti i sada mi daje do znanja da će ubuduće protiv mene preduzimati još gore. Ko zna kakve stvari.
The last time I saw my father, we were in the hospital room watching Pillow Talk. On the way home from the hospital, I drove to the quarter to find a hustler I'd been seeing. I had just gotten home about a half an hour when my mother called to tell me I needed to get back to the hospital right away. We all thought he was responding to the radiation. They were even talking about sending him home. My father died Valentine's Day, 1993, at 3:33 a.m. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to face in my life. Then when my father's obituary was listed in the newspaper, it listed the time of death. That night at 3:33 a.m., someone called my house and said, "Your father's better off dead than having a as a son." It wasn't until my father's death that it occurred to me that I'd never seen any photos of him as a boy. The earliest I could remember were the ones from when he was in the seminary and later in the army, and I don't even want to speculate about that. While he had always been an extremely handsome man, people often told him he looked like Dirk Bogart, so I set out to find his youth. It wasn't until I stumbled upon a box of photos buried away at my grandmother's that I discovered he too had been a fat boy. I had never thought I resembled him until I saw his chubby boy pics. Why hadn't he ever told me he too had been fat? Did he see it as a weakness, a disgrace? How did he feel about me being fat? He was always after me to go on a diet, to lose weight, yet he never told me he had done it or how he had done it. In a way, it brought me closer to him and further away at the same time. For the last several years, I've been in an on-again, off-again relationship with Dion. He's attracted to all fat men. It's strange. I don't mind him having sex with other men, aside from the obvious health concerns. What bothers me is I'm his type. All my life, I've had types. I mean, it's only a coincidence that I've slept with 6 Rickies and 4 guys named Carlos. I've been offered on 2 different occasions to be in gay porno films, Mardi Gras Cowboys and Big Bears in Heat. Tempting as that wasn't, I've always maintained that I'm perfectly capable of exploiting myself. If I ever did decide to make a porno film, I'd have to call it Norman Rockwell Never Painted a Fat Kid.
People like you make me sick.
My name is Rene Broussard. I'm an independent video artist and documentary filmmaker. I've made an autobiographical series of videos called The Fat Boy Chronicles that have played in over 100 festivals around the world and have caused, won some awards, caused some controversy, and my work, because The Fat Boy Chronicles, you know, a lot of people, when they're reviewing it, you know, they always refer to, you know, the sort of therapeutic aspects of, you know, video as therapy. And even though my video is somewhat a parody on the whole notion of video therapy and the whole notion of, you know, this sort of society we have today with, you know, mainstream talk shows and everybody wanting to claim their role as a victim, there is, you know, a lot of empowerment that can happen from, you know, like really telling your own stories and, you know, looking at, you know, sort of the personal. I'm sort of in a unique position because I run Zeitgeist, and I've, through my my work with Zeitgeist Multidisciplinary Arts Center, I've sort of helped just about every artist in town, so people owe me a lot of favors. So I'm able to collect often and get make videos very, very cheaply, and you know, with getting a lot of help from a lot of people. NOVAC, the New Orleans Video Access Center, has for, you know, 30 years really been, you know, fostering and supporting the work of artists here in New Orleans, and without them, I don't know that there would be a media community or really, you know, access to media, except for people who can afford to have their own editing systems and, you know, equipment, although that is becoming a lot more affordable. And with video equipment becoming much more accessible, people more than ever really have an opportunity to sort of document their own realities, their problems, their situations, you know, and there really should be, I would think, you know, a much bigger media community in New Orleans, but it just seems to me that there's still this notion of, oh, well, I can't do it, you know, like, oh, I wouldn't know how to do it. And there's a lot of, you know, people who let themselves become self-defeating. And, you know, but once you realize, you know, you can pick up a camera and you don't really have to know that much about, you know, how it works, you know, with autofocus and the way things are so simple nowadays, it's like anyone can really do it.
Timecode NOLA. The New Orleans Independent Film Program.
TimecodeNOLA.com.
TimecodeNOLA.com.
Crescent City.
8mm.
Independent.
Video.
Log on to www.timecodenola.com, you heard me?
TimecodeNOLA.com.
So you're a filmmaker, huh? You sit around with your partners talking about you gonna shoot this or I'm gonna shoot that. You ain't shooting shit. You gotta finish the sound bites and I need ADR and my soundtrack music ain't right. You ain't making movies if nobody ain't seeing them. Get the done, you bullshitting. We need your film. Send them in today. Timecode NOLA, you heard me?
Timecode NOLA is supported in part by the Louisiana Division of the Arts Council of New Orleans, Cox Communications, and by people like you.